Take me out to the ball game.
Chicago Cubs baseball is on the air from Wrigley Field in Chicago.
Welcome, I'm Chris, that's Mark. This is Baseball Banter Broadcast. Thanks for joining us for Northrop on the Northside. Today, we're going to break down all this nonsense about Nico Hoerner. Mark, what are you hearing?
Well, earlier on, we were hearing, as for the Yankee fans out there, that the Yankees were very interested in Nico Hoerner. He's kind of plays second base for the Cubs, obviously, but I do believe he has the ability to play shortstop. And for the Yankee fans, we are desperately in need of a new shortstop. Now, let's not get it twisted. Let's not get it twisted at all. I don't care that the Yankees are going to throw Anthony Volpe out there at any given point from his injuries, or I don't care what's going to happen. Jose Caballero was there currently slated there for a shortstop. He could be batting .450 with 15 home runs by May something, with 30 bags stolen and playing stellar defense, and they're going to kick him to the curb for Anthony Volpe. Yeah. And if you can get somebody better, which anybody else out there is better than Anthony Volpe, then it should be better. It should be worthwhile. I think that Nico Hoerner is going to cost the Yankees something like a Spencer Jones, probably like a Luis Heel, maybe a Will Warren type of deal. But that was the first type of things. And then before we jumped on here, there were reports out there that the San Francisco Giants are close to making the deal instead. So instead of going east, he's heading out there's a possibility he's going to the West Coast. So
yeah, those pesky freaking Giants, man.
Everybody's all over the place. I mean, I think with that being done, I mean, the Yankees made a deal just before for Weathers. They sent the 4 prospects down to Miami. So,
yeah,
deals are happening everywhere. You got Kyle Tucker, soon to be former Cub. He's got a short-term deal on the table from the Mets, about $50 million per season. Yeah. And then the what's their faces up north, Toronto, they're giving him a bigger deal too. Long-term deal, but yeah. we're here for Nico Hoerner, so let's keep it with Nico Hoerner.
Yeah, we're here for Nico, and the whole conversation about Nico got started because the Cubs managed to land their man after chasing him for a season. Alex Bregman is a Cub. I couldn't be happier, and on that note, I bought a new lid, so naturally I had to have a new hat. And as soon as there is a T-shirt, I'll have to have a Bregman T-shirt. Now, the irony in all of this is just 2 years ago, I was stomping on Bregman's name and I was spitting at the Astros. But now I'm welcoming him with open arms. He's a Cub.
And that's all that matters for you. Yeah, I think most people, most people, especially not just the Astros, but I think it's a lot of those 2017 Astros that they are not. They're the they're the devil incarnated. Bregman, yeah. Carlos Correa, especially Springer, Altuve, especially those guys right there. Like nobody, the respect level throughout baseball is kind of at a zero for a lot of them. So Bregman's kind of been able to kind of move away from those Astros. Same with Springer. I mean, Correa is Correa. I mean, I think he still keeps that villain role no matter what. And Yankee fans are never going to love Altuve, so whatever. It is what it's going to be at that point. But Bregman, the Cubs were trying for him the year before. He went to Boston. Sounds like Boston kind of they pooped the bed basically to make it to say it in nicer terms. They pooped the bed. They had the bag for him. They gave him. I think they were offering him what 160, 165. Some money was deferred, and then they just weren't going to give him a no trade clause. And the Cubs came in, gave him another $10 million. They took more money off the table. deferred it, but they also gave him the no trade clause. Like, okay,
Right.
he's gonna retire a Cub.
And the Red Sox said they didn't believe he had an offer on the table for more money. So, it's on them. They blew it. They got rid of Devers. They got their man with Bregman, and now they're sitting there with an empty bag. So, it's a shame if you ask me. But I am still a Yankee fan on the one hand and a Cub fan on the other. So I'm not going to cry any tears for what the Red Sox have lost. That's for sure. When the Cubs acquired Bregman, it freed up what scouts or reporters, I should say, fans have been waiting for, and that is an opportunity to pry Hoerner loose. This is his walk year. He, just to give you an idea of why does everybody want Nico? Well, just as I was waiting to come on tonight, I picked up my phone to scroll, and the first little post I came to says Nico Hoerner had the highest batting average, 369, against left-handed pitching last season.
You can't go wrong with that.
You can't go wrong with that. Hoerner is the man. He is, you say, bring him to New York, put him at shortstop. He won a Gold Glove at shortstop in 2024. That was his first Gold Glove. Won this year at second base. He's versatile. You can put him anywhere, but you're not going to because he's going to be a Cub. But the Yankees, I can see where that would be attractive.
I think that you can. I think any team can prime away if the deal's right. Like I said, right now, like we were talking about before, the Yankees were kind of involved in talks for him. All the reports were that he wasn't the only team. Obviously, now it's said that the San Francisco Giants are really close. I haven't heard any names out there yet, but that could be imminent of what's coming around for what the Cubs are looking for. But some of the other things that are nice about Nico Hoerner is that he gave a great average against lefties, but overall last year he was a 297 hitter. He's not power related. He's not a power hitter, which you don't need power hitters. But he stole 29 bags and he had a 739 OPS. So yep. He's that type of dude. Like, he's the top of your lineup kind of guy.
Exactly. With runners in scoring position, he hit 362 in 158 plate appearances. He's clutch on top of all his other skills. And let's see, what other amazing stats have I got? He finished third in the league with 178 hits. I don't know how exciting that is.
That's always exciting.
That's always exciting.
He doesn't walk though. That's the thing. One of his things. He's not a big. He doesn't walk. His K rate is phenomenal. He's got 7.6% K rate. That is.
Yeah, I was
that's
just
top.
looking for that. I was assuming I had that here somewhere.
But the one thing for me that kind of is a red flag.
Yeah.
So anybody watching the channel knows on our show, Bronx Muchachos, I have just killed Anthony Volpe over his lack of an arm.
Right.
And
okay.
Nico Hoerner has a worse arm, and now I can't tell you if it's because it's the throws from second base that he's making, so it doesn't have to. He doesn't translate. Not that it doesn't translate, but that he doesn't have to put the emphasis on the arm. But right now, according to Baseball Savant, his arm strength is a 75 miles per hour. He throws at 75.5 miles per hour. That is not good at all. And to translate that back to a shortstop is going to be a difficult position if he's not throwing that ball hard. Like, to make it matters, just to understand what I'm coming from, like an Anthony Volpe is like an 81 or 82 miles an hour throwing from shortstop. That's not good. That's not good.
Right.
So I need to see, one thing I'd like to see is that if it's just because, I'm making the throws from second, I don't have to put a lot on it. Okay, I can get with that. But I need to know that arm is strong enough to make those throws from short, because we've already, as a Yankee fan, I've already seen what you can't do over there. And I don't need another one like that, even though overall all the other numbers are astronomically better than what is there now.
Right. And do you think that in some respects, he must be compensating in other ways for the lack of arm strength because he's got a Gold Glove at shortstop.
He's got a gold glove. I mean, just looking at some of the numbers here on Baseball Savant. I mean,
Yeah.
he's in the top percentile of the range. Like his OAA is at a 15, which is top like 98 percentile. His sprint speed is almost elite as well. His whiff percentage, his K percentage, those are elite numbers. His XBA is elite numbers as well. The power numbers aren't there, but I don't. I'm sorry, not the Astros, but the Blue Jays kind of gave a new little blueprint that you don't need to have power numbers all over the place if you're making contact.
Right.
So the fact that he's not walking, but he's not striking out, that he's making contact everywhere, hitting close to 300, that works for me because then he's just spraying the ball. He's spraying the ball and getting on base.
Yep, definitely. And you mentioned his base running. A scout said that he was the best base runner on a very good base running club. He had 29 steals in 34 attempts. That's an 80% success rate. One more steal and he would have had 30 for the third season in a row. I mean, he's fast, he's solid,
He's rangy. He could do it on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, he does it on both sides. Now, as for the Giants, they've apparently identified Nico as a need. I think they would put him at second base, don't you? Or do you think they would similarly?
No, they would. They have Willie Adames at shortstop. They have Matt,
Adames, right?
Yeah, and they have I forget his name off the top of my head, but Matt. I'm sorry, Matt Chapman. Yes, they have Matt Chapman. He's their third baseman. They got Rafi Devers now playing first base for them. So there's only one spot. There's only one spot on that infield for him. So
wherever you put him, he's gonna make an already good infield like stellar. That's a good infield already with Adames and Devers. That's not bad.
No, and him being a table setter for Adames, for Devers, for Chapman,
Right.
like that's something worthwhile to have. And even Patrick Bailey. Don't forget Patrick Bailey behind the plate for them too. I remember him years ago. I said years ago, like if the Yankees could ever made a move, I said, get me Patrick Bailey in like 2023 or something like that. Let him just give him another year in the minors, and boom, he'll be your starting shortstop, starting catcher for years to come.
Yeah. Well, I just want to thank you for coming on with me. And do you have any final thoughts on the trade or on the possibility of a trade?
You know what? Baseball today is going a little wild. I mean, you got people going all over the place. You got money now being thrown out there. I think both teams and the agents and the players all it's becoming a perfect storm that it's a month away from pitchers and catchers. So everyone now wants to have a home for the next X amount of years, whether it's going to be short-term deals, long-term deals, whatever the case may be. Everyone's kind of tired of this waiting around period. Now everyone's kind of fighting to say, okay, let's get this going on. So, I just can't. I can't wait to see what happens. I mean,
Yeah,
I got a little caught up there because I was just trying to refresh my Twitter here. Someone said, "Oh, the Mets did not sign Kyle Tucker," so it kind of threw me off for a quick second.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I saw that Tucker news, and then the exciting news earlier that Arenado was moving, and I already forgot where he went.
He went to the Diamondbacks.
Diamondbacks. I knew. I don't know.
The Diamondbacks
where did he go? Why did he go to the Diamondbacks?
Well, he went to the Diamondbacks because the Cardinals are in a rebuild mode.
Right.
Cardinals honestly are eating like over 2 years, 31 out of $42 million or something like that.
Yeah.
That he's owed in the remainder of his contract. So they're paying him to go away. And they just want to kickstart this whole thing. They have Chaim Bloom at the helm, and he's kind of had to do this before in Boston, where you had to get rid of Mookie Betts and kind of come and get what you can for Mookie Betts. So having Nolan going back to the NL West, he originally came up with Colorado. I think it's a good fit for him. He's in a really good He's in a pretty good situation in Arizona. Like he's not. He doesn't have to be the man. It's going to be a big ballpark. I think the knock on him right now is that obviously he's getting older and the defense is not elite, and we expect elite from Nolan Arenado. That's right. I think kind of if you think about that whole situation where it's Nolan Arenado was the dude for 10 years that Gold Glove was his name there at third base, and now it's kind of not that, but you can't knock him, and you hopefully a new situation, a new zip code, a new scenery where he didn't want to be there last year. It didn't seem like either. I mean, going into the season, it was kind of a lot of talk about him not being on the team, and he was kind of saying like if you're not going to put a team around me, like don't keep me around here. So kind of a lot of things fell apart. He didn't have a good year. The power numbers went down. So this could be like a nice rejuvenation for him going down to Arizona, and then kind of sitting there going, all right, well, he's a California guy, and he can kind of buy a place in Arizona. You'd have to have Arizona full spring training and 82 games out of the year in the same place. Like you don't have to. The family doesn't have to go anywhere else.
Right, so but if I think with a Yankee brain, I'm like, you mean we could have had Nolan Arenado?
Oh, don't get me started on that, man. You could have had so many. But that's when they go in and spent $16 million on a Ryan McMahon, and then this offseason they're talking about how left-handed their batting lineup is, and what are they doing? They still haven't made any moves to get some right-handed bats in, or even better, the way I see it is get some switch hitters in there instead, so you can kind of you can really kind of set people off that way.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny how the season has the off season. It's a good thing that I went dual team this year, because the Yankees did not do enough to keep me busy. And lately the Cubs have been keeping me too busy. No, just kidding. I'm happy to have the excitement. And so are all the fans. And I just want to remind Cub fans out there, Cubs Con this weekend. Bregman will probably be there, the 2016 team. They're going to be there celebrating their 10-year anniversary of the win. So this is an exciting week for Cub fans. And I'm sorry you had to hear that, Mark, but
oh no, I got family out in the Chicago area. My aunt my aunt works over at Wrigley Field. So
you're kidding me. That's so cool. What does she do?
She's a greeter for the Cubs.
How cool.
Yeah,
I'm from Indiana, and about 3 hours, about 3.5 hours east of Chicago. Mm-hmm. So it was my team growing up. But when I married, then I switched over to the Yankees because my fanatical Yankee husband won me over. And
that's the way it should be.
That's the way it should be. But, now it's time for the Cubs to go up. It's sort of balancing out, getting a little Cub action, whereas usually it's the Yankees that keep me excited. So thanks.
The Cubs have a bunch of things going, and it doesn't seem like they're done shopping. It looks like they're done shopping. Now they can turn around and start shopping in a different direction where they can then replenish and then kind of keep the party going in a sense. They get some younger talent that they can kind of pair up with a Nolan. I'm sorry, not a Nolan, but a Bregman, and and someone else that could be the. I guess the long term, the Robin to the Pete Crow Armstrong on your team. Yeah,
and some pitching. I mean, It's a little thin because of some injuries, but anyway, yeah. Well, thank you again for coming on, sharing the Yankee viewpoint on this topic.
Of course.
We had to know where the Yankees stand. We're firm in our in denying all comers. So Nico is a Cub. Everybody remember that. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, and give us some love this week. We'll talk to you later. Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot. Nico's only a Cub for right now.